It's such a blessing to be able to connect with my Black relatives and connect with my Indigenous relatives, and then I have my Afro-Indigenous relatives. So it's just this overall beautiful community.
Adeline Bird speaks fondly of growing up in Winnipeg, Manitoba, for its rich arts and cultural scene. As a youth, she would celebrate her mixed heritage at local events like Blackorama and dancing at powwows in Central Park.
I grew up with my stepdad, who's from Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, from the islands. My biological dad's from Tanzania, Africa, and then my mom, obviously, from Rolling River.
A multidisciplinary artist and producer, Adeline wears many hats. Recently writing for the TV show Don't Even, she uses her platform to advocate for Black and Indigenous representation in media.
I have a series that really highlights the Afro-Indigenous experience from those of us in the community. So I hope to get that produced in the next 2 years. Everything that's currently going on with diversity and inclusion being taken away, and it's time to really go and shake things up and really push.
She acknowledges the importance of learning and unlearning in our communities. When it comes to inclusion of Afro-Indigenous peoples, she shares their unique challenges.
One I would love to talk about is when we do say we are experiencing anti-Blackness, there's this idea of like, no, that's not what you're experiencing. It's almost like we get gaslighted. We are excluded from experiences. One thing I've experienced, and I hear from a lot of other Afro-Indigenous artists, is when there is culture or elders around and that's supposed to be offered, it's never extended to us. So it's those types of things that really are a challenge for us.
Adeline shares steps that can be taken in order to improve on inclusivity.
When you are doing calls for Indigenous artists, we say in First Nations, Métis, Inuit, also include Afro-Indigenous. Think about how many of us are out there, but we can't identify for whatever reason. Never be afraid to own your identities and take up the space in your identities and learn what those identities mean and find unique ways to bridge those identities.
I'm Veronica Blackhawk with APTN National News.